Number one, generally when people mention that you can invest in real estate with no money down and no credit, usually they're referring to wholesaling. Now this is slightly misleading because wholesaling isn't really like investing. If anything, it's really like an active job flipping contracts. Just like you would getting a commission selling a car or getting a commission by selling real estate, it's really more of an active job than it really is investing. But the way wholesaling works, in just a quick 60-second explanation, is that you find a distressed seller willing to sell their home under market value. Then you as the wholesaler get that property under contract, but that contract is written so that you can assign it to somebody else. You then go and find somebody else to buy that property from you for more than what you have that property under contract for. You then go and assign that contract to somebody else for a higher price and you get paid the difference. As an example, let's say that you find a property that's worth $100,000 and the seller is willing to sell it to you for $75,000. You then get that property under an assignable contract and you go out and find someone else to pay an even higher price than what you're paying. Then let's say you find somebody who's willing to pay $85,000 for that same property. You then go and assign and transfer that contract to somebody else and you profit the difference between what that new person is paying and what you're buying the property for, and in this case, that would be $10,000. Now the second way that people buy with no money down, and this is a lot more common, it's a lot more doable, and that, you guys, is seller financing. This is when the seller loans you their property and instead of paying your mortgage to the bank, you're paying your mortgage directly to the seller. As an example, let's say that I own a property that's $100,000. You as the buyer maybe don't have the down payment, don't have the credit, can't get a loan from the bank, but you still want to buy it. I as the seller can go to you and say, you know what, it's no problem. I will finance the deal for you. No down payment, no credit check. All I want is a 7% interest rate and I want the full amount due within 7 years. And you know what, if you don't pay, I will simply foreclose on you and get my property back. Now the third way to invest in real estate with no money down is to bring in a partner or investor. Someone is willing to invest and give me money. Now this is something you can typically do once you're more experienced in real estate. Someone else will come in with the money and finance the deal, and in exchange for that, you do all the work. You find the deal, renovate the deal, add value to the deal, manage the deal in exchange for a percentage of the ownership. The other person simply just brings in the money, invests it passively, and that is the fourth way to buy property with no money down. Kind of is what's called a lease option. Now lease options work like this. Let's say that I have a home that's worth $100,000 and you want to buy it, but you don't have the money. What am I gonna do? So I might say, hey buyer, the market value of my property for rent is $1,000 per month. But how about this? Pay me $1,200 per month and you have the right to buy my property within 24 months for $110,000. Now that extra $200 you pay me every single month above the base rent will be applied to the purchase price in the event you buy the property. So this means that after 24 months of paying $200 per month extra, you have applied $4,800 towards the purchase price, meaning the final price of the property after 24 months will be $105,200.